Coaches and Brady Food. This is Brady Hausman, and today we're going to be making BBQ Pork Chops. This recipe may be a little bit different from marinating, well, regular marinating, but it still tastes amazing. What you're going to need is about 4 or 6, depending on your... Sorry for the technical difficulties. My camera just died. But what I did was, for the pork chops, poked holes on all sides and then placed them in a baking dish like this. After I spread or poured some barbecue on the bottom of it. It could be Sweet Baby Ray's, Jack Daniel's, whatever barbecue you can find. Pour some on the bottom. Coat all sides with barbecue. Like, get one side coated, spread the barbecue around, flip, do the same thing. Repeat for all pork chops. You can use 4, 5, 6, or depending on the amount of people you have for like a family reunion, a party with friends or whatnot. You can go however many pork chops you want to do. After you get all that coated on, do the same process with the next pork chop till you reach your last one. Let it sit overnight if you want to, or if you plan to have pork chops for today's dinner. I would go 1 to 2 hours. But letting it sit overnight or for 12 hours brings out the flavor of your marinade, or in this case, barbecue. Because normally you would use a marinade to put your pork chops in to let it soak and bring out flavor. But this time we're using barbecue. And it's basically the same thing. After you get your pork chops coated and separated, well, not technically separated, but coated in barbecue, you want to wrap your baking dish, or if it has a lid, top it with the lid, put it in the fridge for how many hours you need, and in this case, 24 hours, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, it has been 24 hours since the pork chops have been sitting in the barbecue, and right now they smell amazing. Right, so what you want to do is get a deep pan, big enough to put all your pork chops in. This time we're doing it oven baked. Normally you would put it on a grill, or like a griddle or a skillet, but right now we're doing it oven baked. And I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to be cooking it around 7 to 8 minutes, depending on the thickness of the pork chop. So I'm going to grab the pork chop and place it right along your deep pan. I'm also using a wired rack in the pan, so that way any grease or drippings from the barbecue will drip down. And I also got parchment paper on the bottom as well to help catch the barbecue itself and the juices from the pork chop. After placing your said pork chops in the deep pan, you're going to want to put it in the oven for 7 to 8 minutes, again, depending on the thickness, and we'll see you in a bit. Alright, it has been 8 minutes since the pork chops have been in the oven. Let's take a look at them. Oh, look at that. So far, this is the first bake of the pork chops. Now I'm just going to flip them like so. Give them like a little rotate as I'm flipping them. Alright, perfect. Now, I'm gonna take some of the leftover barbecue, pour it on top of the pork chop, and then let it cook for about another 8 minutes. Just kind of I do also have a pot of water going for instant mashed potatoes because I didn't really plan ahead to make regular mashed potatoes today or tomorrow, according to yesterday or future tense. Don't know. All right. Now, after the pork chops are coated with the leftover barbecue, you're going to place it back in the oven for about 8 more minutes, and then we'll see you soon. Alright, it has been an additional 8 more minutes. Let's check the pork chops now. Oh yeah, look at that. Scissor from the juice there. Get it out of the oven now. Now, I'm going to go ahead, grab a plate. Grab a pork chop, doesn't matter what one. Put it right there. I'm going to get a spoon. Scoop some up for the potatoes. Scoop some potatoes and put it on the plate. And I will do a separate video on how to make mashed potatoes homemade. So far that looks amazing. Now, we're also going to do some applesauce on the side. Don't expect too much from me from making homemade applesauce. Just going to put some on there, not a whole lot, but enough to get you going. And boom. That is barbecue pork chops with mashed potatoes and applesauce. And that was how to make barbecue pork chops. If you feel like your pork chop is undercooked, you can go for additional 8 to 10 minutes. I've failed to do the check before I got into it, but you can adjust your time and temperature if needed. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you've done differently, what you used as a marinade. I would like to try and experiment with that. And I will make a separate video on how to make mashed potatoes, actual mashed potatoes, not the packaged stuff that you find at stores like Walmart or Meijer or any local grocery store. And feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the last video right here or right here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.